NASCAR returns to NBC tonight at 7. It's the Xfinity Series Subway Firecracker 250 powered by Coca-Cola. Tomorrow night, Sprint Cup Series Coke Zero 400 powered by Coca-Cola. Coverage beginning at 7 on NBC. We'll take it from here. And the Gibbs car is back out on track, and I think everyone focusing on the 19 because we heard earlier potentially an engine issue with the 19.
Yes, that's concerning. It appears they've been out here now for a few laps. They've hopefully found the issue with the 19, but you see their current running order, 26, 28, not high on the speed chart. And Jeff, I don't think they're concerned. It doesn't appear to me, running by themselves, that their goal is really to end up very high on the speed chart.
Yeah, and I say by the run that Carl got right there to run back up on his teammates, I say there's nothing wrong with his engine. I mean, he was able to run back on them, so his engine looks pretty good to me. Kelly, what are you hearing?
Yeah, no real update on the engine issues, or if there were in fact any engine issues for Carl Edwards, but he pulled out of the garage, waited for his three Joe Gibbs Racing teammates to get to him, and they've all gone out there as a pack. As you can see, Carl led to begin with. They did a couple of timed laps and then made a coordinated swap to kind of switch so they can all practice being in different positions within that pack seat.
And so they are doing a little bit of a choreographed practice here.
Absolutely, Rick, and that's very important because, the position in the draft makes a difference. The leader's car normally handles very well. As you get back to second, third, and fourth, the air gets worse. Not only does handling go away, but how does your car, you see the 18, huge
up in the wall. Kyle Busch in 18 destroying that car.
Clearly had a mechanical issue or a tire go down, and clearly just something happened. Something happened.
We heard Kyle Busch talk about the right rear. I was watching live there, Rick.
Take your time, just grab your window down, catch your breath. No rush.
Communication from driver, crew chief, and spotter. Great to hear a driver after a hit like that. Great to see Kyle jump right up out of the car.
Big impact. I mean, and we saw him. He drove in the corner. Everything looked calm. They were out there riding around. As a driver, you don't expect anything to go wrong in this situation. You see, he's drafted. Everything's normal. See, there was a little puff off the right rear. He had to correct the car, and then he got a little bit too much right rear wheel turned to the right and got it up into the wall. But when a tire blows like that, it makes such an explosion. It's so loud. At first, it startles you. It scares you. Then you have to correct the car, and now you're along for the ride. So everybody in the garage just watched that, and they're like, "Oh, what happened to that tire? Watch the right rear." Couldn't see it in that. Just a little puff. That's when it blew out, and
such hard contact too. So thankful for the safer barriers.
Absolutely.
The fact that there is some styrofoam in there that absorbs some of that hit, but still the damage to that car.
Watch this dude. You can see when the back of the car comes out. Imagine you driving on ice. Okay, when you watch the back of the car, you're gonna see a little explosion, a little puff. That's the tire blowing, and also the debris coming from when it blows out, hitting stuff in the car. There it goes. The tire's down. Now the back of the car goes right. You have to turn the car to the right, or it's going to spin out. You turn it to the right. Now you don't have a right rear on the car. That little bit of right wheel input made the car turn right. But that's what you have to do as a driver. And again, it's when you make those calculations as a driver, it's impossible to say, well, I got to do this because the right rear's down, right? It happens like that. It happens so quickly. Kyle Busch did nothing wrong there.
Jeff, you're doing almost 200 miles an hour. I mean, that is a split-second decision. And obviously, in a situation where the right rear tire goes out, you're really at the mercy of that momentum.
Yeah, and so when you're racing, you're expecting something to happen. When you're in the middle of a pack and you're lap 100 of a 200-lap race, you're expecting something to happen. You're always on edge. When you're in this situation or you're practicing, it's much more calm. The driver just never expects something like that to happen. It startles you. It almost scares you when that tire, the explosion, the sound, it's unbelievable.
Las Vegas native, defending series champion. The bad luck continues. Right rear tire going down, and the backup coming out of the hauler.